Welcome to video 6 of the Halloween edition, and today we're going to be doing fairy eyes. We're going to be using Snazaroo, Wolf, and Tulip Body Art. So we're going to use two thin brushes, one for black and one for white, and then you're going to need a sponge for this. So taking your sponge, you're going to dip it in water, try not to get too much of it wet, and then you're going to load it up with pink paint. I already have purple on my sponge, so this is why it's already going to create this purple and pink light color. You could also add this purple later, or if you can create a purple and get it on both ends of the sponge, that'd be great as well. So you're going to start this at the inner corner of your eye and bring it up to about a 45-degree angle. And then you're going to add it to the cheek with the purple side down. And if you need to go back and retouch up any spots that you feel need more color or just need to be more symmetrical. Taking the other side of your sponge, you're going to dip it again, and then you're going to add yellow. This is going to go on the part where it's connecting the two separate pieces and where you already didn't have paint. You could also cover a part where you had the pink just to give the color a little bit more blending effect. Taking your thin black brush, you're going to create these two lines that go above the eyebrow. First one starts towards the center of your eyebrow, and it's just going to be a little wave. And these can be any shape you want, just as long as they're dark and clean, it doesn't matter. And this is going to be the same shape. Just try to keep them as parallel or as symmetrical looking as possible. So as long as they look the same, that's all that matters. Next, we're going to create these teardrop shapes. This is done by placing the brush down, the thinner side of it, and then dragging it, and then placing it completely down to create this teardrop shape. So it's just step and drag. Next, we're going to add a little swirly shape. This is just stopping right about there, and this next one is just going to outline it. This one doesn't swirl and just simply outlines. Now we're going to add more teardrop shapes to the end of this line, and you're going to step and drag. Place it down and drag again, and then last one, place down and drag. If you need to darken any of these, go ahead and do that. As you can see here, my paint started to bleed. This is because I added too much water in the black, or it's because the yellow didn't completely dry. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm going to go ahead and add these three little dots connecting it back to the eye. Add another three other dots going from your hairline down to your eyebrow. Taking your white, you're going to use your thin white brush, or your brush for white, and then you're just going to add a bunch of little dots anywhere that you feel necessary. This is supposed to give it a fairy-like effect and that light fluttery look. So I'm adding it above my first line and a few below the dots, and then in this section as well. Like I said, these can go anywhere, just as many as you want and as little as you want as well. If this issue does arise when you're doing your makeup, go ahead and try to remove it, or you can completely take it off and start it all over again. I'm going to try to fix it here by just dabbing it and drying the area, but this doesn't really work out either because it just kind of makes it worse, and you can't really have the distinction of the black and the yellow. So I'm going back and retracing the little pieces in between the teardrops, but as you can see with that last line, it just mixed it and became gray. So I'm going to go ahead and take my black again and then retrace those teardrop shapes. Like I said, you don't even need to do this step. So if you feel the need to retouch it up, feel free to do that. If not, go ahead and skip this step. And there you have it, your fairy eyes. Like and subscribe if you like these videos.